there is not a single platform which is giving you as seamless experience as Swiggy, as Zerodha, as Grow, but is focused on fixed return products.
FDs are not great investments. This is the notion that the founder of Stable Money wants to break. In 2022, Saurabh discovered that while Indians love fixed deposits and hold 70% of their money in fixed income products, there are absolutely zero platforms that give them the option to book an FD with the highest returns. This got Saurabh to build one of the largest FD booking platforms in India with more than 700 crores in AUM today. Like how Grow got Indians to book their first mutual fund, how Zerodha got people to buy their first stock, or how Uber or Ola was their first cab, Stable Money wants to become the platform where every Indian comes to book their first fixed income product. In today's episode, Saurabh shares 3 core insights into how Stable Money went from an idea to a 700 crore powerhouse.
What was life? What brought you to IIT? What brought you to this hunger? Like, what was childhood?
So it's interesting. So I got a 9 lakh job and everybody was happy at home कि चलो यार अब लड़का पैसा कमाएगा. So I went, landed in Delhi and we started the job. On the first day they said कि यार अभी तो probation पे हो तो मिलेगा 25,000 ही. And the job was morning 9 to night 12. And I still remember one day when I reached office late on that day and they asked me to wait outside on the reception. And that was the time I just called my mom and cried so much saying कि यार mom ये मैंने IIT क्यों किया? Like I have done IIT and the hopes that you had, I had, that we will do so much and अभी तो मैं reception पे खड़ा हूँ just because I'm late और वो भी ये 25,000 दे रहे हैं. And that was the time I decided कि यार ये नहीं करना है. And my mom said कि यार you come back, Saurabh, ये सब मत कर. So I said कि अच्छा ठीक है मैं वापस आता हूँ. And when I reached home and my everyday routine was the same, that parents used to sleep at 10 and I was studying, and as soon as they sleep I used to close the books and open the laptop and go onto every company's website and careers and apply. One such email of maybe 700, 800 application I have done was to Fractal. And next day I got a call and I went to Bombay, cracked that. That's how Fractal happened. With Tiny Owl, it was very clear I want to do something of my own. Want to see how the ecosystem is, किस पे काम करना है, whom I want to work with. And while coming back, I remember in the flight, I started making a list of people that I want to work with. Right? And obviously you start with the best possible name in your head and put down name of somebody. And he agreed and his name is Kedar Gokhale. First call he said yes, I left Tiny Owl in 3 months. The idea was very simple, that procure from farmers and delivering it to the restaurants. That was the business. And that was True Price. So 1 year into True's, we started looking for acquisition opportunities for us. And that's where I pinged Harsha again and said, Kiar, why don't you think of acquisition? We started that conversation, but it got closed at a point saying that, okay, right now that's not the priority for us. But we like you folks, you guys can come, but we don't want to acquire the business. We said, okay, we shut it down separately. And got Acqui hired our team. That was a crazy ride. And then again, after 2.5 years, that thought came on what do we do next? And got the opportunity to then Navi Mutual Fund.
Saurabh from IIT, he's been a CEO at Navi. He's killed it at Swiggy. You get funded. Let's zoom out and ask, what's stable? Like, just explain to me, like, what's stable?
So when we were talking to a lot of users who were buying mutual fund for the first time, right? We said ki this is Navi Mutual Fund, which we want to be your first mutual fund when you try, right? And there were 2 things happening. Grow has built, right, what users are going and buying their first mutual fund. Zerodha has become where you are buying and investing in your first stock. People are using Swiggy, people are using Zomato, people are using Ola, people are using Uber. But the same user who is doing investments like this, who have seen amazing app experiences like this, when it comes to their fixed return, personal finances का जो 70% है, right? They are using a very traditional ways, either going to banks and booking, going to net banking and booking their FDs, or going to some wealth advisor to ask for a bond and signing the papers and giving it there. And we said that this is a bigger gap where there is not a single platform which is giving you as seamless experience as Swiggy, as Zerodha, as Grow, but is focused on fixed return products, right? Which is the largest set of your investment. There's sovereign gold bond, government bond, corporate bonds, FDs, debt mutual fund, anything that is a fixed return product. And said that is the need that we saw. And the emotion that we realize other when it comes to these people, right? These people feel very smart when they do Grow. When these people feel very smart when they do Zerodha, and these people will tell you, मैंने Tata Motors इसीलिए खरीदा, मैंने liquid fund इसीलिए किया, right? But when it comes to fixed return products, they don't feel smart. And he said that is the emotion that we want to target. We want to make people feel smart about their fixed return products as well.
I still don't understand. Maximum, I would go and make an FD or something is maybe once a month.
Yeah.
So why is there a need for an app?
What has happened in India is in last 5 years, a lot of users have got online, have started doing investments, right? Because of the whole market. So 70-80% of the new users have come in last 5 years. Now there is the COVID happened, right? A lot of the recession wala pieces happening, right? People have seen so much ups and downs for the first time. That I was just talking to a 24-year guy. He said that I was looking at a lot of influencers lost money in crypto, फिर vault में कुछ पैसा गया, यहाँ stocks में कुछ पैसा गया, and now I realize the importance of there has to be a balanced portfolio. So first there is that need that is coming in. Second thing is in terms of options available. The options which are available for top 1% of the wealthy people in India is not available to this. I'll tell you, the wealthy people still have around 35% of their money in fixed deposit or liquid funds. And they don't do like a ICICI or a HDFC, they do that, but they will also distribute it across multiple banks. There are small finance banks which are equally safe, give you 5 lakh insurance like HDFC, up to 5 lakh, but will give you 9% return, where HDFC might be giving you a 6% return, right? So that additional 3% return, because of which people are saying it doesn't beat inflation. The top wealthy people do that investment, so we don't.
How are these smaller banks able to afford to give high interest rate in the first place?
Yeah, every banks cater to a different target audience. Their revenue model is very different. The loans that they offer are at a different interest rate. And all of these small finance banks, right, whether it is Ujjivan, Utkarsh, any small finance bank that you take, right, which you might have not heard, but in that region is a big bank, right, is being insured up to 5 lakhs. And here is where you get 9%, where you don't get it from the big banks. And these smaller decisions, right, moving from 5% to 9% is a small but very important decisions for you to make. And that's where when we see that a lot of people, when their FD gets matured and comes into the bank account again, they feel कि अरे यार ये पैसा पिछले 3 सालों से कुछ नहीं कमाया, where should I invest? And those are the options that we are trying to get onto the stable money. Your problem is absolutely valid that, hey, this is once a month, once a quarter activity, right? It's not like I open Grow every day and do stocks. How do I do this? But if you see the ticket size on this, ticket size is easily 10 to 20x of the ticket size that goes into stocks and the mutual fund, right? आज 12 करोड़ लोग FD करते हैं. I think 160 lakh crores की FD है. So there is a large ticket size. But if you see, there is still a lot to get catching up, right? Like physical bank में जाना and FD करना is 3 lakh rupees ticket size. 60,000 rupees is the ticket size when people are doing it on net banking, right? So this has to go up. So a lot of people are still adopting tech into doing that. So this for the mass of the India is this. And our goal is that we want to capture this mass of India and sell our first fixed income product to them. Sell our first FD of that user has to be on our platform. First bond that user buys has to be on our platform. First sovereign gold bond that they buy has to be on our platform. So that's the thing. Now the biggest question that everybody asked us is why can't other companies do that?
Yes.
Is that people have compartmentalized expertise. They have said that equity is a different expertise, mutual fund is a different expertise, debt is a different expertise, right? You will not go and talk about the same problem statement to everybody because इसका taxation अलग है, इसकी risk अलग है, बाकी सारे products का वो अलग है. Right from founders to designers to good engineers to people who are in tier 1, tier 2 city, everybody told us that they don't understand the product well. Like what we say, FD is such a well-known product. People still don't know there is a 5 lakh insurance. This 5 lakh is per user, per bank.
Yes.
It's not overall together.
Yes.
So I'm just saying that when people are making smart choices about Ola auto लेना है, Uber लेना है, Zomato पे ये खरीदना है या Swiggy पे ये खरीदना है, Flipkart पे लेना है, Amazon पे लेना है, when it comes to financial decision making, people are losing so much of money,
Yeah.
which they shouldn't be losing. 70% of the people who have FD are having FD today on a lower interest rate versus the rate that they can get anywhere else. Even of that 70%, half of the people can get better interest rate in the same bank. But उन्होंने पहले कर रखा है तो नहीं, and they don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody will communicate to them. These are the calls where people don't take and where we feel that they are missing out on a larger opportunity, and the goal is to make India wealthier by making those small, smart choices when it comes to a large amount of their capital.
And how you want to make money in all of this?
See, eventually, I think every company will make money by by manufacturing a product. Like in mutual funds, the most amount of the money will be made by the manufacturer, which is the AMCs, mutual funds. In stocks, the most amount of money is made by the companies जिनका stock listed है, right? In bonds, the most amount of the money is being made by the issuer who is issuing that, right? So manufacturing is the best way to go about it. But the only problem that anybody must be facing who are into the same business, whether you build the distribution first or you start manufacturing. I think people have taken different approaches of doing things. I think our approach is to build the distribution and get that. And we said that which is India's favorite asset class today? It's FD, right? And we said that we start with that. It's a simple product. It's a very unique stage right now where stocks are at the all-time high and interest rates are also at the all-time high, right? Over time, this will change that maybe after a year or so, the rates will start going down. And we believe this is a very good time for Indian people to start booking long-term FDs so that they capture the highest interest rates before the rate starts going down. And so I think keeping all of these tailwinds in mind, we thought that starting with an FD product for the larger India is the most important thing.